I'm excited to share with all of you that Ripple has now processed nearly $30 billion worth of volume since launch and over 20 million transactions since we first launched RippleNet years ago. We're helping customers every step of the way to make sure their wallet has sufficient liquidity at all times for the smoothest possible experience. Over 10 years now, Ripple has been at the crux between enterprises and crypto-native services, and we are doubling down on that. I hope it resonates with you in the same way it resonates with me, and this is Crypto Means Business.
XRP Ledger is, world-leading public blockchain, which was built for payments and issuing currencies, so it's a natural fit for CBDCs. We've taken that and basically providing a private version of that for the central banks. Something that's going to be absolutely critical for the success of CBDCs and the adoption of them is the relationship between the public sector and the private sector. As I mentioned earlier, we view that the public sector, the central banks working with the government, will be the designers, the rule setters in terms of policy, and the implementers of the platform for the core capabilities around wholesale and retail CBDC, but that the use cases will come from the private sector. The list just goes on and on and on. There's literally endless potential use cases.
You've been very vocal about you think this is as transformative, crypto, as the internet was in the late 90s when it first came into being.
The internet was a distributed network that allows people to transmit information. And blockchain is a distributed network that allows people to store and transfer ownership, assets. I have the conviction for that vision to realize itself, the financial industry needs to come on board. There is no other way. There is no other way for blockchain and these business models to go mainstream without the financial industry.
After we adopt Ripple with the ODR as well, it makes the whole transactions to be much more smoother. It used to take half a day at least. Right now it's only 5 minutes to get the funds from Australia all the way to Singapore within 5 minutes times, and it allows to create more business opportunity for us as well. So based on what we have seen after we adopt, we have seen 15% growth from the day we start until today.
We can scale up, scale down. We know when our peaks are, and we can give these guys a heads up, the Ripple team a heads up. This is going to be the forecast we have ahead, and we've done that for we've got Lunar New Year coming up. It's a huge part of our year, and we know that that's not going to be. There's no roadblocks to that. These guys will know, our partners will know, and it's just an incredible sort of liberating process. We want to grow and without any roadblocks.
I'm a big proponent that we should be regulating activity, but not technology, conversations around should we be regulating NFTs, I don't think are very productive for the industry. I don't think they're productive for the wider perception, because what ends up happening is that we have unclear messaging going out to the wider public around what this is and the potential benefits it has, and we end up kind of all tied up in thinking about this thing called crypto, which we're told is volatile and dangerous and bad for consumers, and we ignore actually some of the real benefits that it can bring on a B2B level, for enterprise, for moving value around the world.
The real estate industry is obviously one of the most obvious spaces or industries to bring onto chain. We felt that we could use tokens to exchange value and build a better level of trust in these relationships.
From the perspective of recruiting high-value talent for something like building a gigafactory in Nevada, being able to target and cryptographically prove that someone, for example, took a specific class, got a specific grade, participated in a specific club, these have tremendous economic value.